The first couple of laps, she was definitely working harder through the sand, and then the detachment came. But she hung on in fourth, Hartog, for a fantastic ride. As Schreiber mentioned, the two leaders out front, Sarah Casasola and Inge van der Heide, were taking it in turns to attack her. Then we saw this incident between Jinse Peters and Manon Bakker. Jinse Peters seen quite clearly, I think, pulling at the hair of Manon Bakker and lashing out a bit. Both the riders pulled out of the race in the end. We'll look to see if we hear any more about that from the race jury or communiques.
And this is the moment where Schreiber attacked. She really went for it just before the sand pit. She tried to get the gap, and she's able to ride this sand section, which the other two riders in the rest of the group aren't. And from then, she could just build and build, and that's what she needed. In her interview, she said she waited until she'd tied them out a bit enough so that she could then attack and they wouldn't be able to come back. And then on the final lap, Van der Heijden was able to gap Casasola in this sand pit as they come towards the finish.
And she took her 6th victory. Just, 4 days after taking a silver medal. Behind Zoe Baxted in those under-23 World Championships in Liévin in France. She is finishing the season strongly, the Luxembourg champion. Inge van der Heijden likewise as well after that 4th place behind Fem van Emport, Lucinda Brand and Puck Petersen. And Sarah Casasola coming back from injury and illness and a really frustrating mid-set.
Congratulations. Is it a relief when you're the big favourite to finish it off?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a relief to win a race, and the two girls from Queerland, they tried to play me a bit, so yeah, it was quite tactical, and I just tried to keep my calm, and then they were trying to attack me, and then at some point I was thinking, yeah, if two want to go in the front, then I just, the third one is the lucky one. So yeah, I just went, and I knew where I was a bit stronger, so then I think it was 2 laps to go, I just went all out, and yeah, I felt quite good, and when I was in the wheel of the two, I felt like I was not on the limit, so I knew I just had to wait for my moment and then really go all out.
How hard was it to keep your calm?
It was actually okay. I was at some point getting a bit nervous, but then I was like, okay, it's still quite some time to go, and I knew where I was strong, and I was like, it's my last race, so just no matter what happens, just go completely to the finish, that you're completely empty. I mean, I have off season now, so I can be as tired as I want to be. But yeah, I just try to, not get too nervous and just do my own thing.
Your last race, what are your next goals now on the road, I guess?
First, I enjoy my off season, and then I start my road season in April only, so I have some time, and then I start with just working for the team, getting into it, and then further on in the season, maybe I can go for myself also.
Okay, congratulations, thank you.
Thanks.
We'll be very well shortly after this podium. Those of you who are watching on our Eurosport coverage will be leaving us. Digital viewers can stay with us. And then, of course, do not forget, we have the elite men's race coming up too, as I mentioned. We'll come back to that. And there it is. So for those of you watching on Eurosport, do join us for the men's race a little bit later on. For the meantime, from me, Jess Cox and Helen Wyman, bye-bye.